What's going on, guys? Eternal in back with another episode of Brutally Honest, and today we are going to focus on site, Sugaru's Subway sandwich. Anyway, so for this particular legendary, right off the bat, this thing is misleading. What does this look like in the item card? Does it look like a half bow? No, it looks like a longbow. Is it a longbow? No, it's a half bow. Sucker punch, I see you. Anyhow, this weapon is rather interesting, but dull nevertheless. When you have the skipping stone bow, even the weightless, they're both better than this. Um, in pretty much every way possible. This bow, it's like special perk is the fact that you can shoot up to 3 arrows at once if you have enough ammo. Now, the fact that it says does not support piercing ammo, what that is referring to is this technique piercing arrow in the Hunter's perk 2 technique slot. When I first read that, I was like, well, why is shield and helmet piercing ammo on the bow then? Those are still fine. It'll still allow you to work with that. That is one of the cool things, because this bow is interesting. It is unique, and it does have some cool attributes. So you can get shield and helmet piercing on it, which is awesome. Um, you can shoot up to 3 arrows on 3 different enemies, or 2 different enemies, 2 on one on the other, or you can hit a trifecta on one enemy for a very large amount of damage. The only problem with this is it eats through your ammo. This is going to be about the only time that this could particularly be useful to resupply. Like if you're just using the Sugaru's subway. Anyway, so for this particular legendary, what makes me cry is the fact that there is no headshot refund. You cannot get headshot refund on this bow. And what I don't understand is maybe they could have put it on there and made it to where you only get 1 arrow back, right? So you're still going to eat through your arrow, it just won't be as fast. You can still reload cancel with regular 1 arrows, or, you know, something. Something. Give us something. Sucker punch. Yeah, so the only things you can get on in terms of perks are these, poison, and sharpened ammo. Don't use these. Use shield and helmet piercing. And then the fact that this bow, one of its unique traits is the fact that if you long draw it, it like aims specifically for the head, like Thor should have done. But once the little reticle turns red, you're like perma-locked on or whatever. The only crappy thing is once you release, if your enemy moves at all, you have a really high chance of missing that enemy that you're targeting with this. It's kind of wonky. Um, it's like aimbot 2.0 minus 1.5. Um, it's not the greatest. It's nice for those who are just like, screw it, I don't want to aim. Let me just have something that does it for me. But it's just the triple ammo that does that. The regular fire arrows and just regular single shot arrows, or like anything from the skipping or weightless spirit. They're nothing special. This bow is interesting, and it can be fun to play around with. I actually have a build currently um, on screen, actually, um, where I'm utilizing this to what I feel is the not necessarily the best, but maybe quite possibly the funnest way to do it. I will be releasing the build soon, but all in all, um, God. It's not good, guys. I get a 5, and that's being like super generous. Um, Not good at all. It can be fun to play around with, something different. The best part of this bow is not targeting 3 different enemies. It's targeting one enemy with 3 arrows. But just being able to like reload cancel with other bows, I just don't find this useful. This is a great like first legendary bow. Like, hey, I got a legendary bow and it's this. All right, use it until you get whitelist or skipping. Yeah, outside of that, I really don't have much else to say about it. I'm rocking this one with range and headshot damage just because it does like to lock onto heads. So trying to boost my damage with it as much as possible for the build I plan on releasing soon. But yeah, a 5 at best, guys. Sorry. If you want to try to farm for this for whatever reason, you can get it on any character, and as per usual, farm trials. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode of Brutally Honest. I appreciate you guys coming out, and I'll catch you on the next one. Deuces!